Hey, Yobi, what's up, man?
Hey, Jason, what you got going on over here?
You know what? I'm so glad you asked. You want to help me with the science experiment?
Sure.
Great. Today, I want you to be the digestive system.
All right, let's go.
Let's go? All right, let's do it. First of all, let me explain what the digestive system is a little bit. Do you know what an organ is?
Organ. I've heard of one before.
Like, tell me an example of an organ.
Would your heart be an organ?
Your heart is an organ. You got another one for me?
How about my stomach?
Your stomach is an organ. Great. And your stomach is actually part of the digestive system, so that's really great you said that. An organ is a group of specialized tissues that do a certain function. So your stomach helps digest your food. Your heart helps pump your blood. All that good stuff. Now, let me ask you another question. What's a body system?
Body system. I have no clue.
You have no clue, huh? Well, think about it for a second. A body system is probably a bunch of what working together?
A bunch of organs?
Yes, it's a bunch of organs working together. So in the case of the digestive system, we're going to talk about 6 of the organs that are part of the digestive system. Actually, a few more than that even, because one of the parts that we're going to talk about is actually 3 parts. And we're going to show you the journey of food from your mouth to when it leaves your body. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, so when you think about food, when you think about eating, what do you think is the first part of your digestive system?
I have to chew my food, right?
You got to chew your food. So what's that part of?
So that's the mouth.
That's your mouth. So check this out. We have a little card here that says mouth. We're going to put this over your neck, and you're going to be the mouth right now. Now, when you do this with your kids, obviously the 6 organs, you can already have them set up. Each kid is a different organ, okay? But we're just going to have Obi do it all together, all right? Or one at a time. Now, you're the mouth right now, but you need some food to digest. So what do you think you can digest here? What's the food you think you can digest?
Rice, the Krispies?
The Krispies, yeah. So here's what I want you to do. Grab that measuring cup and pour 2 cups of Rice Krispies inside that measuring cup. 2 cups. That's going to happen sometimes, especially with kids. You're going to have spills, so don't worry about it. We give you plenty of crispy rice. All right. Now, this bag here is not an organ. It's just we have to put the crispy rice into a bag or else things are going to go really horribly wrong. So let's go ahead and put that inside. Now, this is the food you're going to chew up and you're going to digest. But we need add a few more things in there to sort of show what the organs do. So here's what I want you to do. Grab one of those multivitamins. These are our multivitamins right here. Put one inside the bag. And then I want you to hide it inside there. We want that multivitamin to be hidden. That's great. Now go ahead and put that down. And these raisins here, they seem like they're also part of the food, but they're not. What do you think these raisins could represent with their color and all that? What do you think they could be?
Poo?
Poo? That's a good guess. It's actually before it becomes poo.
Oh.
It's the bad stuff in food, the toxins in food. And one of your organs is going to get those out. They're going to filter those out. So go ahead and pour some raisins inside there.
Yeah.
And those can be hidden and not so hidden. You don't want to put too many in because you'll see why in a little bit. That looks good to me. That's good. Now you want to shake it up a little bit, get them a little bit in there, but it's okay if we see them. We just don't want to see that vitamin. All right, are you ready to be the digestive system?
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to start with the mouth. Now if you can see the picture here, your mouth is your teeth, it's your tongue, it's your salivary glands, and they're all working together, okay? There's 2 sort of actions going on here. You're going to have mechanical action. What do you think your mechanical action would be?
It would have to be my teeth, right?
Yeah, it's like your jaw moving up and down and using your teeth to chew up and grind your food. Now, there's also a chemical action happening. Can you guess what the chemical action is?
Would it be my saliva?
Yeah, your saliva gets, basically your salivary glands get excited when you put food in your mouth. They're like, yeah, food, we love food. And it starts this chemical reaction where it starts to help break down the food more. So here's what I want you to do. See those 2 spray bottles there? One says water, one says vinegar. Grab the water one. Here's what you need to do. While spraying water inside of here, at the same time, you need to crunch the food up. And I'll tell you when to stop. So the water, obviously, is your salivary glands, and crunching up is your teeth. So you're on the first step towards digestion. Get a lot of water in there. How many times should you chew your food, do you think? I know a lot of us only chew our food like 4 to 5 times, but you really should chew your food like 20 times. So Obi's doing a really good job here getting that food crunched up for the next step of the digestive system. Excellent. Good job, mouth. So let's go ahead and put that water aside and set the bag down. You know what else you can do for me with this bag right now? Get the air out and seal it up. Get the air out and seal it up. All right, so why don't you go ahead and take that mouth card off, and we'll go to the next step of the digestive system. Do you know what that's called, your next organ?
The esophagus.
Yes, it's like a tube-like organ, and you can feel it sometimes. When you swallow too much of food, you feel that little lump going down your throat. That's your esophagus contracting, okay? So let's go ahead and give you your esophagus card. Put this on your head here. Looking at all these different items, which of these items do you think could be the esophagus? Which one?
Sock.
The sock, right. I want to show you guys something. This sock is probably the size of my esophagus, okay? And it goes right down to my stomach. So what you got to do now, Obi, is you got to roll that bag up, and you got to put it through your esophagus. But you got to be careful. If you shove it through the esophagus like this, what's going to happen to you?
You're going to suffocate.
You're going to choke and you're going to suffocate, right? So you got to do a contraction called peristalsis. Ever heard of peristalsis? It's a muscle contraction that your esophagus does to allow your food to go down safely. So what you want to do is you want to put that bag in there and then very slowly and carefully use your thumbs to push it through. All right? Let's try that. Excellent. Now, once it's inside the sock, you might want to go to the bottom and start to pull it through. Now, obviously, when you swallow food, it goes much faster than this, but it's the idea of it to get it down. All right. Good job. Okay. So I kind of gave you a hint on this one. Your esophagus is attached to your what?
Your stomach.
Your stomach. So let's put that bag down for a second. Let's trade out your esophagus card. And here's your stomach card. All right. Let's go ahead and put that stomach around your head. And you're going to go ahead and hand me this. Okay. How does your stomach aid in digestion? Do you have any idea?
Not really.
There's something inside your stomach that breaks the food down. What do you think that is?
Acid?
Yes, it's acid. It's gastric acid, and it's very strong. It's hydrochloric acid, strong acid. Did you know that every couple of months you have a stomach lining that regenerates itself because that hydrochloric acid is eating away at it?
I didn't know that at all.
That's pretty cool, huh? So what we have to do right now is simulate acid. And we can't do hydrochloric acid. It burns through your stomach. Do you think it would burn through your hand if you got some on you?
Yeah.
It would hurt, wouldn't it?
Too much.
And these are kids, so we actually be safe, okay? So we got to use a different acid. On this table, Obi, do you see any acid that you might be able to use?
Vinegar.
Vinegar, yes. Inside of vinegar, there's an acid called acetic acid. And that acetic acid is pretty strong. So what you're going to do is you're going to do kind of what you did with your mouth. You're going to spray a bunch of vinegar in there first, and then you're going to push it all together and get it kind of compacted. Now, acids are defined in certain ways, and one of the ways they're defined is their smell. They can smell pretty strong acids, so be careful with this one. If you ask a child that really can't handle strong smells, don't let them be the stomach. Let's put a little bit more acid in there, yeah. What's really cool about this is that this acid inside the vinegar is going to break down the vitamin. It's also going to bleach the Rice Krispies, so we know it's working. You are a champion stomach there, Obi.
Thank you.
You are doing so well. I think that's enough acid for now. I can smell all the way over here.
Okay. Smells delicious.
Smells delicious, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and put that down because I think we did a very good job. Let's move that acid over. Okay. Next, we're going to go to a very, very important organ called the liver. Now, your liver is a filtration system. And what it does, like your kidneys, is it filtrates out bad stuff from your food and from your water and whatnot. So let's go ahead and take that stomach off. And let's go ahead and put your liver over your head. There we go. Hand me that stomach. So the raisins, remember those raisins we talked about? Those are toxins. We need to get rid of those toxins. So what I want you to do is find a tool on this table that will help you get rid of the toxins. Yeah, your tweezers or your forceps. So your job right now is to reach into that bag and pull out as many raisins as you can. All of them, really. Yeah, sometimes they'll stick on there. Do you notice, Obi, that the food is softer?
Softer, yeah.
It's starting to stick together a little bit. Yeah, it's getting sticky. That's good because it's got to go through some very important organs in a moment. Why don't you go ahead and pull out 5 or 6 raisins, and then we'll continue on. There's 4 so far. So your liver is doing this much quicker. It gets over there and it's like, I'm going to get rid of toxins. I'm going to get rid of toxins. I'm going to get rid of toxins. Let's get one more out. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and get the air out of that bag again and seal it up once again. Now, we're going to skip a step right here. In actuality, once it's in your liver, it goes back to your stomach for another grinding and acidity. But we've already done our stomach, so let's go to the next step. There is this really, really cool organ in your body called your small intestine. Your small intestines aren't all that small. Do you know right now, Obi, inside your body, there are 22 feet of small intestine?
Whoa.
22 feet. So here's what we're going to do with your small intestine. Let's take that liver card off. Here's your small intestine. Let's go ahead and put that on. Put that one over here. Now, your small intestine might be 22 feet long, but it wraps around. It twists and stuff. Okay? Your food is actually in your small intestine the longest. All right? So from mouth to expulsion, it's about an 8-hour journey. Okay? It's in your small intestine about 6 of those 8 hours. It's in there for a long time, yeah.
What's expulsion?
When you get rid of it, the waste product, when you get rid of it. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do some more of that peristalsis. So you're going to need your sock again. But instead of doing it 1 time, I want you to do it 4 times. 4 times. Because it's in there for so long, it's going to be twisting around. And when you do it, twist your sock back up so you can see that twisting motion, okay? And you can go a little faster this time. You can go a little bit easier on your thumbs and whatnot. Now, your kids are going to do it 10 times. But for the purpose of this, we'll just do it 4 right now. Kind of do that peristalsis with your thumbs a little bit. So we get the idea. It's okay. You can do it on the next one. Now switch your sock around and go back the other way. There we go. So you can see why it's in your small intestine so long. It's just moving along. And it's doing something really, really important. What it's doing is it's taking all the vitamins and nutrients out, and it's sending it to other parts of your body to keep you like nice and healthy. Let's do it 2 more times, and then we'll move on to our last step. Actually, we have 2 more steps. But there's 1 more step with the small intestine and then another whole organ. All right, last time with that. Get it in there, use your thumbs a little bit. That peristalsis action, that contracting action. Excellent. Now, the next thing the small intestine has to do is use a tool to get the vitamin out. So find that tool. Not the sponge. It's kind of like the same tool you use for your raisins. Yeah, the forceps, yep. So go ahead and open that bag up and find that vitamin and pull it on out.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. That friend is doing a lot of good for you. All right, let's wrap it up 1 more time. Seal it up and wrap it up. Okay. It's gone through its drain of the small intestine. You now have the essential vitamins you need. Your digestion is doing really well. It's going to go into 1 more organ after this. You have a small intestine, so what else do you think you might have?
A large intestine.
Exactly, you have a large intestine. So let's take that small intestine card off. Let's go ahead and put your large intestine card over your head. All right. Now your large intestine is not nearly as long as your small intestine. It's only about 5 feet long. So why do you think they call it the large intestine? Take a look at the picture.
Because it's thicker.
It's thicker, exactly. It's the large intestine because it's thicker. And your small intestine kind of sits inside your large intestine, like in that space right there. Now your large intestine is actually a whole bunch of different organs. Your rectum is part of it, your colon is part of it, and its main job is to get the rest of the water out so that when it leaves your body, the digested food, there's not that much water inside of it. So what do you think you can use to get the water out of this?
Well, it has to be the sponges.
It's the sponges. So you're going to have to open up that bag, and you're going to have to go ahead and sponge all that water up as much as you can.
With just 1 sponge?
You can use more than 1, but maybe 1 at a time. And we might give you bigger sponges. I don't know. We'll see. This is kind of fun though, to watch the kids go, ew, ew, ew. He's really enthusiastic about getting the water in his body because your body needs so much water. So much water. Grab another sponge, yeah.
Not a lot of water left in these now.
Oh, that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and seal the bag up again. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to seal the bag up, and then I want you to put all of that remaining waste product, I want you to compact it together so that it's all together and not separated. And maybe put it like in a little tube shape. This is really important. Look at that. What do you think that might be representative of?
That might represent waste.
It is waste. That is poop.
Ooh.
Okay, that's poop. It's so gross, I know. But guess what, guys? If you want, your kids can go ahead and separate the poop, and they can take some home so they can show their parents that they were from mouth to large intestine, a body system called the digestive system.